Hello, I did not forget to unmute this time. Hello, everybody, welcome. Happy Banri birthday! Oh, okay, I'm in the menu just because I didn't want Banri talking randomly. I muted the in game BGM to just use Spotify. Um, but yeah, we'll go to my homepage. I only have the birthday boy here. I made sure to save like all of the pulls for this stream, including the free 5 pull. I never get shit in this pull, but I wanted to save it anyways as sort of like a test. Happy Banli birthday, woo! Hi Fade! Thanks again for the resub. You're amazing. Okay, we'll test the waters because I have a couple of gems and then I have a couple of premium tokens, but we'll go with this pull first. Manifesting. This one will be okay. Like, I don't mind if we don't get anything because this one's free. And I never get anything during these pulls, but this is just to test the waters. Okay, 1 gold is better than none. Another thing about these free pulls is that you're not guaranteed shit. Like, you just get rares. Yeah. Sorry, Tsumugi, I love you. But I have like at least 5 copies of this. Peachy! Peachy! Thank you so much for the sub! You're so sweet! Eddie! Welcome in! Thank you for your manifesting! Don't worry, that was just our test round. Oh, okay, and that pulled up the Banli gacha. So we'll pull in this one maybe, but we'll for sure use up all of our... Oh my goodness, hold up. I just realized there's like a delay. My bad. Let me pull up Let's View. So now you know what I'm talking about. Okay. I was talking about how after you do the free pull, there's like the Banli standalone gacha, but we're gonna pull in the premium first so I can use the tokens. Juba. Wait, this is Banwi Day. Yeah, it's okay. I understand. I'm not gonna lie. I think Juza served this year. Like, I think he takes the cake this year. Like, last year, I was like, no, I think Banli wins this one. Like, he has his hair up and everything. But this year's Juza, very nice. I don't want to say it to jinx it, but... These ones, I'll try to go a little bit fast because they're like single pull. Omi. Oh my god, Omi for Peachy! Last year's theme was so good. I agree. I really liked last year's theme, but I think my favorite is probably Glitter. The astrology themed one. That one was really good. I'd like... Oh no. Not like this. Okay. I wonder how I fix this delay. Glitter brought me out of my A3 hiatus. Chikage. Me and Chikage have beef. I don't know what else to say. But I've accepted it now. Not really, but I think they should give me a... Oh! Oh my god! What Citron SR or SSR is this? Is it the Last Planet ones, right? So cute. I never pulled for spring or summer. I feel so bad for admitting that, but like when the Last Planet gacha was in the game, I only pulled for autumn and winter. Because I think they did it by like Last Planet Part 1, and Part 1 was more autumn winter focused, and then part 2 was like spring summer focused. But I didn't pull for part 2. I tried for Sakuya Pensive. Oh no. It's okay, now they're in the premium. Oh, Tenma. Okay, we used half of the tokens. I didn't really play much throughout this year, so I don't have that many tokens. But I feel like the token pulls don't really matter because I remember having like 150 on. Are you kidding me? This is our second initial SR Chikage. He wants to start a fight for real. Not this guy. I can't even be surprised anymore. Okay, but it downloaded, right? Was I mistaken? I had similar amounts as you and never got Chusa. I'm so sorry. Kumon! I think I have a lot of this Kumon too. Okay, and if you see that my present box or my actors list is full, no, you didn't. Please, SSR, SSR. Oh. What Itaru SR is this? Why does he look so mad for? I don't recognize that one. If anyone knows what it is, please tell me. I'm no Itaru expert. SSR, please? Yes? Oh! Hello, Hisoka. This is also a Last Planet one, isn't it? Bruh. No words, no words. Okay, last two. He wailed and didn't get the card he wanted. No, that sucks. I feel so bad for people that don't end up getting the cards they want, especially after so much effort and I don't even know what to say. I could literally fully bloom this guy as if I didn't have him already from these 50 premium tokens. I'm so fed up. Itaru and his popular character tags can suffer. Okay, yes, but I also understand. Oh, this is from the like the cherry blossom viewing one. So I guess they added some old gacha into the premium pool, the permanent pool. Well, that fucking sucked. No worries. We can pull in the Banri Premium Scout. Let's see the rates. I'm a little scared. I don't think there's other. Oh, no, there is. But like the Banri cards have the highest rate. So this year's has the highest rate, and then the previous SR, and then his initial, and then the Last Planet one. And then everybody else. Great. Okay. Oh, and then Mankai Playback. That was another one. We'll do a. We do not speak of Chikage. I'm gonna ban his name from the chat. Anti-Chikage. Okay. Please. I want some SSR redemption because I feel like the most of my pulls for the premium tokens were literally just SRs. This is what I mean. Help! Actors come. He looks so funny here. Oh. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yay! Guys, we got him! First pull! The premium tokens don't count. Yippee! Can I get a yippee in the chat? Let's go, let's go. Oh, only for Peachy. Oh, you know what's so crazy? I haven't gotten a single Juza card yet. Usually I get Juza and then like only Juza. Help? Tesco looks so funky in his cards. Like, I can't explain it. This is a good pull. Yippee! This is the first time I've gotten Banri's birthday card in like a Banri birthday designated gacha. That's so sad to say. But like, I've had this account for maybe 3 years and it was actually a burner account. Like, I was re-rolling until I got the Mankai glitter card. And then I basically farmed the shit out of this account and then I never got another copy of glitter. Hello, Jacob! Welcome in! I didn't know it was today. Don't worry, it's technically like tomorrow for our time zone, but in JST it is Banri Day. I'm gonna pull one more time just to like see if I can get any other birthday cards. It's okay if not. It would also be fun to like bloom this one. Happy birthday to him, thank you. Please, more Banris. Okay, that's more golds than previous. Budu budu buduming. Masumi. Come on. Not like this. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, I know there's a delay, but I'm like not gonna continue. I think it's caught up now. I can finally bloom this card. Oh my god. Oh, there's our Juza. First Juza of the night. Here you go, Tiff. Yippee! This is actually my favorite Juza card. It's like the biker one. Yippee! Wow. Okay, not bad. Biker Juba. Not bad at all. Now we just have to make space for them. I'll bloom the one for Oh, there's a delay again. I'm so sorry. This is so cringe. Okay, I'll speed it up again. I think like if I leave the screen mirroring, it slows down by so much, but then like when I tap it again, it like speeds up. I need to like keep looking. We need to throw some of these guys. Not Banri. I'm just gonna throw them in the lobby so we have more space. Hello, Acerin! How are you? Oh my goodness. I really don't have the heart to use some of the SRs for training and anything. So I just put them in my lobby. This should be enough though. Oh, we got some kamikichis up in here too. Let's sell. Yippee! It's a whole party in here. Okay. That should be enough to claim these guys. Let's claim Memory Banri. There we go. Okay, subtle Banli flex before I bloom. Here's our sacrifice. This is so exciting. I hope one day, just one day, I'll be able to bloom Mankai Glitter Banli. It makes me so happy. And now we have that one. I'll go throw in I'll throw in Mankai Party Banli and put him up front. There we go. Yay! He's so cute. He's basically saying that he likes this day because everyone's kind of working hard to make it special. Okay, we need to move on. Okay. How many Banli cards are in this game? That's a good question. Let me give Banli some cookies and then I'll show you. They kind of have a where did it go? Oh, here it is. About that. We'll look at it later. Wait, I'll definitely show you guys later. Because, I basically have an open tab where we were kind of gonna go look at them later and I was just gonna talk about them. Because I don't have them all. This is a more recent account. But yeah. A3 is so real for not changing the currency between JP and EN. Yeah, I agree. Okay. That's a hint for later though. Now that we're done with our pulls, I guess we can move on to the presentation that I presented, that I created. I'll switch it over to my other. There we go. I feel this feels more accurate. I'm not gonna lie, I did want to make like a separate PNG just so I felt more comfortable like talking about my interests and stuff outside of portraying a character. So there we go. I also need to fix like my chat code. I feel bad that Jacob's messages are getting cut off in my OBS. He deserves better. Here, I'll give you guys like a throwback. I'm sorry, Jacob. It's a bit of a... Oh, goodbye, Banli. It's a bit of a hate crime, I think. My bad. Okay, I'll stop mirroring my phone screen so we can just focus on this presentation.
I hate these games.
Oh my god, Jacob, I'm sorry. I can't even see what you're saying. Let me check. It's okay. You say it's okay and then you womp me. I have no words. It's okay. I guess we could start. Shout out to Tiff. Emotional support. And then I asked for some advice. I couldn't include all of what she suggested, but yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys all about Banri Settsu from A3, aka the birthday boy. But before we get into Banri, we have to kind of explain what A3 is about. So A3, short for Act Addict Actors, is a Japanese multimedia franchise that originated as a mobile game in 2017 by Liber Entertainment, and since then it's branched off with a variety of media. So there's like music, stage plays, live action movies, anime, and the manga. There's like mini web comics, and then there's like an actual manga adaptation. It's all very cool. Um oh, here. The premise revolves around Mankai Company, and it's a theater company in the fictional theater heartland of Japan, Voluta Way. And you basically play as Izumi Tachibana, and she's the daughter of the former director of Mankai. And this director disappeared. So after a string of situations, and these situations are kind of like she gets a letter in the mail addressed to her dad, so she goes to where it's addressed because she thinks, oh, maybe it'll be like a lead for her dad's disappearance. But it turns out that it's just like the worn down theater and they're having a show. No one's going, and then there's like a scary Yakuza guy who's threatening to tear it down. Literally, he's got his little Yakuza underling. We meet them and get to know them later, but straight up, like the little underling, he comes there with a bulldozer. So I really mean that they're gonna shut things down literally. Basically, what Izumi does is that she takes on her father's role as the director of Mankai Company, and she's tasked to revive the four troops that made up Mankai. So that's spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And within a year, she needs to repay the debt that the theater has because they've been getting funded by sus means, so it doesn't get torn down. And the Mankai Company troops are based on the seasons, of course, and they all kind of have their own shtick. Spring Troop has more fantastical or classic plays, and they've got more universal appeal. I feel like the other troops have very designated genres and themes, but with Spring, there's no other way to describe it. I feel like Universal captures it accurately. By classic, I kind of mean that they've done adaptations of plays that you are probably already familiar with, so like Romeo and Juliet, or stories like Alice in Wonderland. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. But yeah, Summer Troop has a bunch of unique plays. You don't know if they're going to be like fantasy or something more modern. Um, they're really unique and they never fail to bring a comedic touch. They're very, very funny. Hello, Kogani, welcome in. The amazing Myxie, the amazing Kogani, welcome in. I'm glad to see you, and I hope you're doing well too. Thanks for dropping in. I'm just in the middle of going through my my presentation. I should probably switch to just chatting while I mention it. Let's do that right now. Done. Okay. Back to the troop explanation. We have the Autumn Troop, and the Autumn Troop has these really action packed plays, and they really leave you on that edge of your seat. I feel like they all have their own special little suspense and action. They've got good kicks. Winter Troop, they have really dramatic plays that leave you yearning for more. I really mean it because I think out of all the troops, they have the more open ending plays, or it just makes you want to follow up or a sequel. It's great. I feel like Winter Troop plays end up with more of a following, and people are really passionate about their plays. I don't want to drop any names, but Winter Troop gay plays. So true. Okay, with all that explained, it leads us to Banri Settsu! Yippee! Rounds of applause, please. Thank you. Okay. Here's his very epic profile. Oh my goodness, I just realized that I'm blocking. Let me just remove myself for a little bit because I put something in the corner. He has a flower. All the characters have their own flowers, and his is the Cosmo. Cosmo is very pretty. Um, I guess I'll go over the the stats, but I think some require a little bit more explanation. I want to talk about his age. I'm a firm believer in him turning 21 today. The A3 timeline is extremely messed up because they do age, but then they only ever age on their profiles when there's a new main story. So everything that happens in between just doesn't count. Even though they mention aging in the story, like last year, Banli and Juza canonically turned 20 and they went out to drink with Sakyo and everything. Like their literal first drinking experience was with Sakyo after their birthdays. But then they still get listed as 19. It's just so confusing. So, there's that. I know when Act 4 rolls around, they're going to say, oh, he's 20, but he turned 20 a year ago. Just to set it straight. Anyways, when he's first introduced, he attends Hanasaki High, and it's kind of like this academy compared to the other schools, the high schools that some characters go to. I feel like it's the more harder one to get into, and you have to pay like a higher tuition fee because it's like an academy. It's pretty prestige. Um, but after he graduates from Hana High, he ends up enrolling in Valuto University, and he's in the theater and dance department. I'll touch upon it later, but he wasn't actually going to go there at first, and it was a little bit of a whim, but I'm really glad that he did. I think he's definitely meant to be there. His favorite food is California rolls. I really wanted to put in favorite drinks because he's really big on coffee. He really likes soy milk. Anyways, but his least favorite food is natto. He really, really hates natto. Um, and his hobbies, I listed them as puzzles, but he's basically got a specialty in the kind of, I guess, disentanglement ones, and then Rubik's Cubes. So yeah, now that we've gotten those stats out of the way, I love calling them stats. He's like a video game character, which he technically is, but like you know what I mean. Um, I guess I'll read it out. So Banley is the main character from the A3 franchise and the leader of the newborn autumn troupe of Mankai Company. He has lived his life on super ultra easy mode up until the fateful day he came across Mankai Company. And he was once a delinquent without a care in the world. He has since then bloomed into a very passionate actor. He has a big interest in fashion, music, and video games, to which he is notoriously competitive about, and he's kind of a sore loser, just a little bit. And he's got a natural aptitude to tackle anything with above average results. People really think of him as like a prodigy or a gifted kid. Banley also excels academically and athletically. He comes from a very well off family, and he's the youngest child of two. His older sibling is 5 years older than him. It's his older sister. She's very cool. We don't know that much about her other than she's really badass. Banley can never win in a fight against her, especially if it's just like an argument. And she's married. Anyways, so his appearance resembles his mother and sister, but we have yet to see them visually. This is my humble plea to please get sprites for them. There's another character in A3, Tsuzuru. He has like 9 brothers, and each and every one of them has a sprite. I wish I was joking. Good for him. But if he can get 9 sprites of his brothers, we can get 1 sprite of Banli's sister. Okay, moving on. Um, he a soy boy. Yeah, unfortunately. It's like an obscure fact, but it was put in, I think, one of the official Q&As with the characters about who takes up the most space in the fridge. And someone snitched on Banli because he takes up a lot of space in the fridge with soy milk. I just think that's funny. So, we're gonna get into the Banli timeline, and I did put little chibis of him mostly for his plays, and we'll touch upon his play characters later. But to start off with the Banli timeline, when he was a kid, Banli really rose above his peers, and he was very established as like a gifted kid. Kids and adults alike put him on a higher pedestal, and they showered him with endless praise. But that was only for a while, because it quickly turned for the worse. And before Act 1 starts, and the acts are, I guess you could call them the seasons of the main stories. Like, for the first year, it was season 1, and then second year, season 2. There was a bit of a gap in the third year, so in the fourth year, Act 3 or season 3. Where was I? Oh, okay. Act 1 Prelude. Banli ended up carrying the burden of his unquenchable thirst. I think he said that himself, so I decided to put that there. And the expectations that were dumped upon him, it really, really quickly turned into like like Banli's amazing, to just leave it to Banli, or like whatever, like we know you can do it. I feel like it was really unfair, because there was just this expectation that he was going to do above average, but then they were also like discouraging him from being on top, even if he didn't try. But then that sort of disappointment if he didn't, I don't know, it feels bad. Banwi slayage for real, so true. So he's in a constant search for passion on a path turned to juvenile delinquency. He actually admits it that he didn't care if his life was on the line, or if something he was doing was borderline criminal. He just did whatever to feel something. And it's okay, because he definitely changes in Act 1 alone. When he's introduced in the main story, he ends up getting dragged into joining Mankai Company, and he becomes the new Autumn Troop leader. I forgot to include that, my bad. But yeah, long story short, he picks a fight with one of the other main characters, Jusa Hyodo, and he loses. Like, for the first time in his life, he loses, like, badly. And because he's so hell-bent on wanting to settle the score with this guy, but the guy, Jusa, is brushing him off, he basically follows him into the Mankai Company auditions and gets mistaken as someone who wants to audition. And he ends up auditioning and getting in. And everyone is like, dude, why? You don't even care about acting. But he's here to settle the score. If he can't settle the score by using his fists with Jusa, he'll do it through acting, because he sees that he doesn't do so bad. But it's the first environment he's called out on, because he just rides on his natural aptitude. Just because he can do it, he's so self-confident, and he doesn't really have the passion for it or the innate talent for it. He's just good at it from a technical standpoint. He almost actually quits, because after he realizes that he's in the wrong, it takes a lot for him to admit it, and he realizes that everyone else in the troupe could technically beat him at that point, because he's just not trying, and he doesn't have the same effort or passion as they do. But he does realize where he went wrong, and he develops a genuine passion for theater and acting. It gives him something to really try in and to really improve. Does he have that unquenchable thirst for soy milk too? I'm done. He definitely does. I don't know what it is with soy milk drinkers, but good for him, I guess. Um, okay. So the Banli timeline continued. After Act 1, a little bit of a limbo where the main story isn't updated yet. We have like events going on, so these things just kind of come and go. The plays are only, I guess the story is only temporary. You have to play during the event period, but the plays are technically there that you can play. Play the play. Okay, I'll stop. um, after his whole experience with the main story, he really he really gets whipped into shape. Like he totally has a new approach on acting, theater, and life as a whole. Cause he's finally found something that he can work harder at, and he really enjoys it. It's honestly really great to hear because you can see the difference in his attitude between the first two plays alone. So we'll get into it later, but you can literally talk to him, and he says that like the punk ass kid he used to be would really be so shocked. Like he wouldn't believe how Banli was like now, and he was just saying that in his second play, not super down the line, but he already said that after his first play, and I found that really interesting because it shows how he's really let go of that past self and past mentality. When Act 2 rolls around, Banli starts to attend Valuto University. I think I mentioned he majors in theater and dance. I feel like the dance part gets left out a lot. And I've gotten asked by people before, like, is he really in dance? And it's like, yeah, he does take dance classes. He mentioned about trying different dance styles. I remember he was talking about contemporary, but yeah. Um, anyways, he's really becoming a reliable troop leader, and he takes care of their new rookie, Azami. And I think while he's taking care of Azami, he starts to realize how much of a punk he was in the first act and how they kind of had to look after him. It's pretty interesting. It's great. After the main story of Act 2, Banley takes on more variety of roles, and he rises to greater heights on stage and in school. He really went from like a delinquent in high school. He was counting the days that he could skip class without technically getting into trouble. Um, he would just come and show up to like do tests and stuff. He would he would just ditch and go to the roof all the time. He would pick fights, and he was just overall like really tardy and didn't really give a shit. But when he's in university, like he really doesn't care like if the class is scheduled on a weekend, is scheduled literally in the summer break. He'll go. And he even just stays and he asks questions, and he always wants to know like what he can do better. And it's pretty impressive to see how he becomes that after being someone who just doesn't really care. He didn't even intend on going to an art school. He was just riding on the wave really, and just going where life took him. And people were kind of pushing him to go to like the top universities that are really hard to get into, and he was just planning on doing it for the sake of doing it. But I'm glad that he found something that he genuinely wanted to do. Um okay. The next part, I had to make two of these chibis, the last two. But it was worth it. So in Act 3, the main story finally continues after I think a year or so. There were some gaps, and Act 3 was also separated into two parts. Um, Banley had a more supporting role in the first part because it was more based on the other two leaders for Summer Troop and Winter Troop. But once we get into part 2 of Act 3, Banri seriously faces the consequences of his past actions and behavior. It's really interesting. I mean, some of it was really blown out of proportion. Someone was genuinely out there to get Banli cancelled because he was finally going to be um, a lead, and they just had like a personal vendetta against the company itself. But it really put Banli in hot water, and he really had to redeem himself, not just for himself and just for his peers, but basically to their whole fan base and the world, because he was under intense scrutiny for some things that he genuinely did used to do, but then for some things that were like totally blown out of proportion. I should have mentioned that there are massive spoilers in my presentation, and I just talk about them without really thinking if someone's already known about it. I just kind of want to talk about it as if no one knows, but I'm telling you so you don't have to go and read it. But yeah, finally getting the twit longer dropped about him. Oh my god. That's so funny. No, it was literally like burner account Twitter with videos that were manipulated to look like Bami was just like straight up attacking people, but it was very very orchestrated. I felt so bad because in the beginning, in part 1 of Act 3, this is like very very clear spoiler territory alert, but in Act 3 part 1, I think one of the most notable things Banli does is that there's like a shit ton of guys that are basically trying to jump him and then the leads of a play that's going to happen. And he basically goes to Juza and he's like, okay, take these two, like the leads and their peers, and take them to the theater, make sure they get there safely. Like, I'll deal with these guys. And it was so scary. Like, I literally cried. I know it was like it was not even real, but I was just so moved by how he risked it just to like make sure that they could get there and be safe and not drag them into like a genuinely violent mess. Like, but someone definitely planned that out, and that was recorded, and it made it look like Banli was just like attacking these guys when in reality they were literally trying to jump him and the rest of the Mankai members that were with him. The heroic sacrifice. Yeah. But it's okay because he he gets canceled, but he does do an amazing live stream. Um he basically kind of comes to term with like what he's done, and oh my goodness, it's just so good. I feel like wrong trying to paraphrase it because it's such an experience to read, and he actually like cries. And it's just so genuine and interesting, and it really shows how he's grown. So I think it's very very special. Um After Act 3, he's got the support from his colleagues, mentors, family, and friends. That's another special thing about the main story of Act 3. I think it's the first time Banli's family is actually involved. Like, when he's getting cancelled, everyone in his life just kind of shows their support. He was almost thinking of leaving the whole company, and it was just so interesting because his mom and his sister came, and Izumi, the director, the player character, was so concerned and thinking that they would ask to pull Banli out of the company. But in reality, they came to visit and have a chat so they could ask Banli to stay, because they've never seen him genuinely so like passionate and like happy to be somewhere, and they don't want anyone to take that away from him. It's so touching because they're so busy and they're not a super duper active part of his life. They end up kind of he ends up distanced from them as he grows up, and I think it's just really nice to see them come back and show that they do care, no matter how distant they may feel or seem. Some of his fellow members of the company also approach his mom, and they're just begging him like they're begging her like don't take him away, like he's good here, like he belongs here, don't make him quit. And they're just like, oh, you're so silly, like we're not gonna do that. I love it, it's just great. um oh yeah, okay, so as the story progresses, Banli not only goes into acting, furthers his acting skills, he also gets an interest in directing. Another thing that I didn't quite mention for the main story is that um, before Banli got mega cancelled, um, he actually had so much on his plate. Like, he was genuinely active in so many school related things. He was taking extracurriculars, I think, and he actually asked to be I think co-director, or I forget the term. He was helping with the production because Izumi, the main director, had other things to attend to as well. She actually ended up meeting her dad again, so that's another spoiler. But yeah. And it didn't go perfect. I feel like that's another thing that's important to bring up. Um, Banley kind of flopped as a director. Initially, I combined the word, and he realized that. And I think with every one of his shortcomings, regardless of how not used to, I guess, excelling, he grew better. And now we're just waiting for Act 4. There's a new play coming up, and Banli is pretty much confirmed to be co lead. Even the birthday lines from the other characters today alone just kind of scream like, oh, he's got a main role. So it's really exciting. I hope you guys will be excited. I will definitely talk about it when it happens. So I did want to elaborate on some play characters that he played, and then, of course, how he was before, because I feel like it's really important to highlight what he started out as and then what he's become. I think there's definitely a lot of misconceptions about Banli as a character, so I really wanted to analyze it a bit more. And I really wanted to start off with how he was before joining Bankai. I kind of took this from a whole, I don't want to say essay, but it was technically like an essay. Um, but yeah, from the very first moment he's introduced, Banli explains his circumstances and how he genuinely has trouble understanding why other people struggle. He's not trying to put them down, it's because he finds everything easy. He has trouble putting himself in other people's shoes and seeing the world outside of his focus. He actually mentions that he grows to learn how small his world is, and he really wants to seek out something that will expand it or make him step out of it. This is his main flaw, and it creates a roadblock for him and his social relationships, as well as his role as an actor and how he understands the character that he's portraying. When he's in university, it's actually commented by even like the teachers how that's his weak point in acting. He thinks about it performance wise, but he doesn't tap into who he's portraying. It's more so for the audience, not to play a character per se. He has empathy, but I think where he's weak at is compassion. And it was a really long process for him to really become more compassionate. But finally now, like after Mankai, he hasn't left. I'll elaborate on that too. Like I feel like there's something very important that not many people know. He's gotten so many opportunities to leave Mankai. Not just because he almost got canceled. Or he did get canceled, but I'll get into it later. And this is Autumn Troop. They're so scruggly. Love them. Um this is where we'll get into the play characters, and I'll talk about them as characters, but then I'll also talk about how some of them actually relate to um, Banli himself and how he's like at that point of the story. I do want to mention that a lot of the plays are written, they're written by one of the characters whose goal was to be a playwright, and he does like to write characters with certain people in mind. They're very tailored to fit. So I feel like that kind of ties in with how they reflect on how he's like, especially at that given point of the story. His first role and his first lead role is Luciano from the Roman episode, and he is the main lead. He's basically an underling in a mafia organization, and he's partnered up with his co-lead Juza, and the partner is Lansky, and they do not get along, like at all. They eventually do, but they don't see eye to eye, and it definitely taps into their their actual relationship. They're very like they butt heads. Banli has like a severe like I don't want to say hatred, but like it's definitely he's so mean to Jusa. Like it's so out of spite, and it's pretty cruel, but his play character Luciano does end up understanding him more, and although they're still kind of on like bad terms, it's only like recently where they're kind of being like on okay terms. Um Although they were still kind of like neck and neck, right? I feel like they gained like a mutual respect for each other as actors at least, or like rivals, whatever. Um, I feel like they kind of accepted like, okay, we are going to be acting in the same troupe, and we're going to be working as like comrades. So yes, Banley plays, yippee! So true. His second role is Dom, and he is the antagonist of the play Stranger. I love Stranger. It's like Stranger on the Way to Paradise, and it's an apocalypse sort of setting, futuristic apocalyptic world, and he's a mad scientist who's trying to save the Earth, and the way he goes about it is a little bit mad to say the least. A very, very good character. This is the one that I was talking about where he was talking about how his previous self wouldn't believe how he was like now. Enemies to besties. Yeah, I hope so. And then his third play character is Mogi. I know it's also been translated to Motegi, but I believe that in the English localization they went with Mogi, so I just went with that. Um, he is a supporting character in a play called Tales of Chivalry. Genji the Wanderer is a very good play. And he is a member of the Tatsuta Yakuza group. They're kind of like the main protagonist group, and the main lead, Genji, works with them as well. He actually betrays them in the beginning, and I found that very interesting. I don't necessarily think it taps into the story it was about, but I just thought it was worth mentioning. Um, Ivan was his other co-lead role. This was his role in Act 2, the main story, and he is the co-lead for this play called Dead Undead. It's a zombie apocalypse play, and he plays as a undead hunter, and he seeks revenge for his brother who was killed by um one of the undead zombies. Um, his next role was Shin from a play called Fire Up Mantle Fist, and he was a supporting character who was the bodyguard for a gang leader, and this gang leader in particular was like the main antagonist. Um, I'm trying so hard to not be biased, but Arata Shinbashi is Banri's co-lead character for the play Uramotte, or Two-Faced Teacher. This play is like my favorite A3 play. That might change in the future, but it's just amazing. I'll keep the comments to myself for a bit. My bad. He's basically like a really new and enthusiastic teacher. He's kind of like an apprentice to the main leads, who is also a teacher, and he's not the two-faced teacher, but the other one is. But he's very good. I think he provides like a good balance between the teachers in the play. It's just a really good play. I wish I could talk about the plays. Like I could literally talk about them forever. I feel like that deserves a stream on its own, but it's okay. The, the next play character was Dust, and he's the antagonist of Fallen Blood. I feel so bad because I have literally nothing else to describe him, but he is just a terrorist, point blank. This feels so rude to say, but I loved Fallen Blood as a play, but as a story, I absolutely hated it. I really do think Banri lived up to being like the antagonist of this specific story, because I just feel like it was one of the weakest A3 stories. Very, very, very unpopular opinion. Just because people love it. It was Juza's lead play. And I just really hate it as someone who did acting before. Everyone just kind of wanted Juza to get typecasted, and Banri said something so genuinely cruel. Like he is pretty cruel to Juza, but I think this is where I felt like it really crossed a line. He was basically calling Juza selfish for not wanting to be typecasted, and he was just like, you think it's okay to like put the audience's enjoyment on the line just because you want something you're being so selfish about. And it was like they weren't giving him a choice of who he wanted to be, and all Juzo wanted to be was a hero in a play. So take that as you will. Follow-up stream, I think it would be super fun to do like a follow-up stream related to the plays of A3, because I feel like they deserve it. The plays are really amazing, and the stories that go along with them are arguably even better. They really they're really good with the character development, and it just it's so good. Welcome in, Barry. Did I spell that right? No, not quite, but it's okay. You're totally good. Nail is fine. Where was I? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I actually ended up rereading Welcome to Akebonoso because I couldn't quite remember much about Mita. I felt like he was a little bit like I focused more on the other characters of the play during my initial read through, but Banri's role as Mita was actually amazing. It was so cute. He was just a supporting character, and he plays as this like really cheerful and bubbly but a little bit ditzy host. And um, the play itself is kind of like a blend between like modern world and then fantasy world. And what links them together is a fridge in this place called Akebono Inn. And he ends up leaving the modern world to go into the fantasy world because he wants to become a knight. It's actually so interesting, and I think it's so funny because he's just like a silly little host. I love it. Still 97 degrees Fahrenheit right now, so apologies. No worries, you have nothing to apologize about. I'm so sorry you're suffering though. I hope it gets colder there soon. I really think that's too much, especially after the summer months. Um, oh, we have Fox. Not to be biased, but definitely one of my favorite roles. He's from the play Trump the Phantom Thief, and he's just a supporting character. He's a jack of all trades type of guy and a really reliable informant. It's the heat that should apologize, 100%. um, I have one more. Um, I really wish that the Autumn Troop play was revealed, but it's not, so I had to put a little question mark. We have no idea who he's gonna be, but let's go in order. We'll go to Doug, who is the captain of the space pirates in a play Last Planet, and Last Planet is the Mankai show, and Mankai show is basically where all members of the Mankai company are taking part of, and it's really amazing. This is when he got canceled and when he also co-directed. Um, David. I keep these comments to myself, but David is Banli's role in a play called South Hill Prison. I I will say this very, very biased opinion, but South Hill Prison has got to be like one of the best event stories and plays that they have come out with. Like, the quality never went down, but I just feel like the quality just went up. I think it was a really amazing redemption from Falling Blood, which I kind of like shit on a few minutes ago. South Hill Prison is Juza's second time having a lead in a play, and I just felt like it was an amazing redemption arc, not just for Juza, but for like all of Autumn Troop in general. I feel like this is where I can really pinpoint that Banli is um trying to be like better towards him. Like they're obviously not on first name basis still, but instead of tearing Juza down like he used to, especially compared to the way he did in Falling Blood, um, Juza was really going through like a lot of intense insecurities, but Banli was kind of like, oh, like come on, like it's not like you're gonna ruin the whole play if you mess up. Like he's still being like a little bit of a little bitch about it. He was kind of like, you're not that important, but like I shouldn't laugh. That's so mean, but he's trying to be nicer, so that's a plus. um. Oh, okay. This is where it's really opinionated, but I wanted to talk about my favorite Banlis that I couldn't squeeze in because they weren't play related, but there were seasonal Banlis, and I just feel like it's very important to talk about them. Guilty Summer Rock Banli is more of like a personal thing, but I feel like Twilight Gunman is the most underrated Banli character development arc. I did mention earlier that Banli had so many opportunities to leave Mankai Company, and I think a really notable one was Twilight Gunman. They had a couple of members in Mankai Company participate in this movie that was being shot, and it was like a how do I explain it? Like a cowboy movie. And um, at first, they were just kind of background characters, but um, I guess main character roles opened up, and Bonley ended up auditioning for it, and he was really working hard to. He consulted like a lot of people for their help, and um, in the end, he did get to be featured in the movie, and the director of the movie actually encouraged him to switch over to acting in movies. He literally gave the chance to Bonley, like, you can leave your theater company and you can join us and you can literally become a movie star. And Bonley said no. He was like, nah, I'm good because I still have a lot to learn with my theater company. I really like it there and I just want to continue growing with them. And of course, his decision was respected, but I just thought that was really, really interesting and kind of like a testament to what Banli really wants. Like he's not in it for the fame or to be on top after all, even though it kind of seemed like that was his goal. He just really wanted to find something that he could not only be passionate and happy about, but something he could continue to strive for improvement. It's not the only time either. Like there was times where he guest appeared in TV shows, and I know there's another character in A3. His name is Tenma, and he's the leader of Summer Troop. He and like Banli and Tenma are pretty good friends, and Tenma had Banli be featured in this TV show that he was in, and Banli literally went viral. And people were reaching out to Tenma's agent because Tenma comes from parents who are really famous actors, so he was pretty famous himself and started off his own career as a child. And they were basically contacting Tenma's, I said agent, but I really meant manager. They were like, "Oh, please get us in touch with Banli. Like, we really want to recruit him." And Banli was like, "No, can you please turn them all down?" And Tenma was like, "Yeah, okay." And it really goes to show that he's really firm on staying with Mankai and again not in it for the fame and the glory. OMG Tenma. Hello, Azure. OMG Azure. Glad to see you. And yes, we did talk about Tenma. um, Another favorite bandy of mine, Guilty Summer Rock. We're approaching the Oshi Talk segment of the stream, but holy moly, Guilty Summer Rock? I'm shaking my head. Okay, I had the worst experience. I had the worst experience of this one. Like, I saved up for so long because I knew it was coming to English, the English server, and I did not get it. I actually used like a throwaway account. Like, I just had a side account that I was farming gems for to hopefully get Taichi's card for the stranger. I never got it ever. Um but I ended up just kind of like using that on the side to farm gems after my stranger L and um I ended up getting Guilty Summer Banli on that side account, the throwaway account, and I switched from my main account that I invested so much in from the very start of like the English server. I just abandoned it completely and I moved to my throwaway account all because it had Guilty Summer Banli. But I promise it's for good reason, okay? It's a very, very special Banli to me. Um, since we're getting into Oshi talk, and I'm kind of gonna talk about my experience with um, standing Banli, I need you guys to know that Banli was not my first favorite. He was actually someone he was one of the characters, actually the only character that I was like, no, I'm not, I don't want to like you. I thought he was like cute and all, but then I kind of read his description and I was like, no, I'm good. Fuck you. But then here we are. Uh, he snuck up on you quietly. So true. Cowboy I can't stop looking at him. Me neither. I can't explain it, but he's just my favorite Banli. We've come to this conclusion very recently, but he's just like number one for me. Okay, but back to Guilty Summer Banli. He did sneak up on me and put me in a chokehold, just like the Banli grip emoji. Let me just plug in my computer. It's about to die. That'd be awful. What was I saying? Oh yeah, okay, so Guilty Summer Banli. Oh my goodness. He... I think it was the first backstage story. I said that I really did not like Banli and I didn't want to. I didn't intend on it. But I still kept engaging with Banli content anyways. Like I just kept reading about him and stuff like that. And I remember I was reading his backstage stories, and the backstage stories are essentially that's the stories that go along with the gacha cards. If you pull them and you use them, you can read the backstage stories. And oh my goodness, the backstory or the backstage story for Guilty Summer had me floored. It really showed that he was such like a sweet guy. I was so taken aback. I think I've talked about it like several times on this channel, but I will never miss an opportunity to talk about Guilty Summer Rock Banli. The whole premise of Guilty Summer Rock is that it's this rock festival in Japan, like it gets made up, but it's like this super duper hard to get into rock festival. Like I feel like it's like their rock equivalent of Coachella. I don't know. It was a very big deal. And the main character, Izumi, basically gets 2 tickets and she's like, hey Banli, do you wanna go to Guilty Summer? And he's like, oh my fucking god, no way did you get tickets. Like me and my concert rave buddy, whatever, couldn't even like get them. And he was like, hell yeah, I'm going. Like I'm gonna make myself free just so I can go. He was really, really ready to go. But I was really blown away by how responsible he was, because although he was like really, really passionate about it, he really loves music and he was really, really excited to go. He really, really wanted to go, and I think either one of his favorite bands or his favorite band performed. Like they were the closing act along with the only band that the main character knew. So it was like a big deal for him. But he just made sure that it was going to be like a really memorable experience for the main character. And not only was he just so prepared, but he just like his top priority was to make sure that like she was having a good time. And she's kind of like, oh no, like just leave me, like it's okay, you should go enjoy yourself because you're really into this and you wanted to go see all these like bands. And he was like, no, it's fine, like I'm here with you after all, and like I want to make sure that you have a good time. And he set up a tent. I remember she was getting like heat stroke or something, and he was like, here, like I have a water bottle for you, like oh be careful, like it's already open, it's gonna spill if you tip it over, stuff like that. And he was just like encouraging her, like he never once got mad. And he was just like, whatever you're okay with, like whatever you need, like we'll just go along with that. And it was just really like, I can't explain it other than like Kilig is so amazing. And I just liked it. I think he's mentioned before, like I don't know if he was just kind of like saying it to get this character off of his case, but like Citron asked him like, oh, do you like rock music? And he was like, not really in particular. And first of all, when I saw that, I was like, you're a fucking liar, you Guilty Summer Rock enjoyer. But I will note that his favorite song was actually like a ballad. He was like, "Oh, can you like pay attention to the song? Like I really empathize with the lyrics. Like I really like it." And it was like a soft song. It was like a ballad, and I was like, "Wow." Would Twilight Gunman Banli say you've yeed your last haul? I definitely think he could. Good for him. But yeah, I think a lot of Banlis are really good. I'll go over some cards later because I couldn't fit everything into this presentation. I kind of flopped with it, but I tried my best in a short amount of time. And at least I have something to show. So, yippee! I think the last slide I have for you guys is actually related to me. I didn't finish the drawing, but I wanted to finish it tomorrow, so hopefully you guys will see it tomorrow. I just wanted to flex the the frame for this year. Basically, um, for character birthday events, if you meet all the criteria and you get like a frame and you can use it on the in-game camera. The in-game camera is pretty shitty, as you could tell by like the stretched out quality and just like the lighting. um, but I thought it was like a really um, cute frame. It's related to the Last Planet play. I really love this play and this role of Banli's. Yeah, flex away. Banri Settsu was really in the reel, yes. And as I'm looking this, I realized that I left out my literal tattoo. I have a Last Planet tattoo. There's there's basically a flower or like a plant specimen in the Last Planet. It's a core part of the story. And I got it as a tattoo. It's literally so beautiful. Some of you might have already seen it. I know it's on my Discord server. I forgot to include it here because I didn't get it for his birthday particularly, but I just felt like it was worth mentioning as a flex. My other flex though is on the right. I have a really lovely nail technician and friend, and she does like these amazing Ita nails, and we work together to basically make like a really cute birthday theme set. She's so sweet. I was like, okay, we're not gonna be able um to get like enough time to draw his birthday card this year, but that's totally okay because I think my nail appointment with her was like on the day it was released, and I wouldn't want to trouble her or her craft by like the nail art. I did really want like one of those like 3D chibis. She does like these really amazing like chibi heads holding a heart. So I did get that. And then she ended up making like this really cute strawberry shortcake for me too cuz she thought it would be a cute idea cuz it was like, oh, for his birthday. And we went with gold and like the autumn leaves to kind of tap in with Banli's character color, but also like the sparkles to kind of be like yippee birthday. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say about those. Oh yeah, and then I left her handle if you want to check out her work. It's from Instagram. She's very talented. Unfortunately, she doesn't do like press-ons and stuff, so if you're not from my area, then you're gonna have to find a nail tech that is just as epic as my friend. um, let's see if this will work. Let's see. Does it work if I scroll too? Okay, I think it does. Yeah, I'll try not to talk about each and every one of them, but I probably will. Maybe just the more main ones. um, I will talk about Temptation Orangeette. Oh my goodness, that was a Valentine's Day card, and it's one of the only ones that have like a special story to go along with them. And I need to tell you guys that the story is funny as fuck. Cool Banley facts. Number one, he is like the worst liar in the world. If there is one thing that Banley is bad at, like truly bad at, I don't think he'll ever not be bad at it, is lying. Like I don't know what it is with his lies, but he if you put him on the spot, like he just kind of comes up with the most preposterous lie as possible. And if you call him out for it, it just gets worse. Like he just blows it even more out of proportion. Like to the point it's like, are you even trying to make this believable? It's pretty cute. But basically for Temptation Orangeette, he skips class and he is caught by one of the older members of Mankai, and he's kind of like, what are you doing? Shouldn't you be in school? And Banli is like, no, it's a holiday. And he's kind of shut down quick, like, no, the other Mankai members who go to the same school as you literally left this morning. I saw them. And Banli is like, oh, it's only a holiday for people who are registered citizens in Voluto. Like, I guess they didn't register. And when that didn't work, he was kind of like, oh, okay, no, I'm sick with a gout. And he was kind of like, you're pretty young to have like a gout. And Banli is kind of like, oh, did I say gout? I meant like a gut flu. It's just so cringe. It's so funny. And yeah, I think that's all I get to say about that one. Mankai Kaika Sengen. That one was for the Japanese server only for a limited time. On the English server, we got Mankai Party. I will literally never forgive that gacha. I saved up like over 1,000 gems. Like I had 1,000 and then like hundreds more, and I blew them all on Mankai Party. And Mankai Party was a gacha, and it was literally only the 4 leaders of each troop. I'm literally getting flashbacks. Like I blew through like 1,000, like beyond 1,000 gems. And I was just like trying to get one Banli card, and I did not get a single Mankai Party Banli. I got like 3 of Sakuya, who's like the leader of Spring Troop. I got like 2 of Tenma, 2 of Tsumugi, but no Banli at all. And like imagine how I felt going onto Twitter and seeing people be like, ew, I got Banli, like I didn't even want him. Like that was literally like the A3 Twitter experience. Like people shitting on Banli. It's so sad. Sounds like the boy needs more fiber in his diet. Yeah, maybe if he didn't drink so much oat milk, or not oat milk, soy milk. I'm done. I can't even drag him right. Yeah. I think someone had like 8 copies of like Banli, like the Mankai Party. Like they just had so many, and I wanted to cry because I didn't have a single one, and I was saving all of them for like a very specific Banli card, which we'll get into later. Soy boy Banli real truth, begrudging truth. Banli is a soy boy. Oh my goodness, yes, Barry. Okay, so I was telling this other fun fact about Banli. To me, it's not a fun fact because I'm not a soy fan, but basically, there was kind of like a Q&A with the Mankai company members, and they were like, oh, who takes up the most space in the fridge? And they exposed a couple of members, but Banli was one of the first to get exposed. They were like, yeah, he takes up the fridge with his cartons of soy milk. And I just think that's so funny to imagine. Like, Banli with the cartons of soy milk and they're labeled like Banli, do not touch. Like, I don't know how to say this to you, Banli, but I don't think anyone is touching that unless they're a fellow soy boy. Um, oh my goodness. Okay, I was gonna talk about the rundown in one, but before that, we need to talk about Stranger Banli. I talked about it as a role, but I did not talk about the story, and I feel like it's just so worth mentioning because some of Banli's backstage stories are so fucking funny. Like, I don't even know how to express it. Like, he's also like really superstitious, and he gets like these really fucked up dreams sometimes. They're not like, um, actually, I don't want to say that they're not scary because I feel like they were kind of to him. We're just like really like he is very obviously affected and it's supposed to be funny and I find it hilarious, but I also feel kind of bad as someone who like has also fucked up dreams. But anyways, um he's a glasses hater. He's like the, oh, I have 20/20 vision and I'll never need glasses for the rest of my life type of guy. And a couple of people wear glasses in Mankai, so they were like, dude, like, are you insulting me? And everyone else was like, come on, Banli, glasses are cool. And he was like, nope, glasses suck. And he went to sleep and he just basically had dreams of like everyone and they were all wearing glasses. And they were like forcing him to like wear glasses. And it was so disturbing to him that when he woke up and Juzo was like, because he's roommates with Juzo was kind of like, what the fuck? And Banli was like, leave me alone. You don't know what I'm going through. But then he was like, wait, turn around. Because he was afraid that Juzo was also wearing glasses, but he wasn't. And Banli was like, wow, I never thought I would be so glad to see your face. It's the soy. The soy is fueling his dreams. I think you're onto something. Okay, I think we can talk about um the rundown in card. I don't think I ever ranked as hard as I did for this one. Like this seasonal event gave me extreme burnout. And it wasn't even like I didn't even get that high. I was in like the 2% of the English server. Um and mind you, I was already in the 2% for Stranger. Stranger and the inn event were back to back. Like literally a couple of days apart. And I had my gems sucked dry after Stranger. Like even after the event ended, I was like, great, okay, I'm gonna use my reward gems to try and get Taichi's card. I was really, really obsessed with that Taichi card. I will admit it. Initially, I was actually a Taichi oshi. Like he was my number one favorite character, but he has since then been dethroned. Um, I literally went into the rundown in event with like not even 100 gems, and if you really want to like rank high for an A3 event, you have to have a lot of gems because they're really versatile currency. You don't just need them for gacha. You can use them for like all sorts of things, like stamina and whatnot. Um, it was awful. Like I genuinely did want to push higher than the 2% because I wanted to be able to get the bloomed version and then like the unbloomed. And blooming cards is basically when you get like more than one copy and you combine them to get like an upgraded illustration. So the one where he's holding a hair dryer is like the unbloomed version, and then the ping pong one is the bloomed version. I really wanted to have 3 copies in total so I could like put 2 together to bloom and then have 1 to like have unbloomed because this one was like my favorite unbloomed Banli. I thought it was really cute. The amount of stuff I had saved for Soak Your Shoulders. Oh no, I'm so sorry that that event never made it to EN. Begging for the EN servers to be revived. Me too. We deserve it. Like, it sucks having to migrate to like the JP server because we're so behind. Like, it sucks because I was banking on so many things to reach the English server. I was just like, oh, I won't try so hard in the Japanese server because it'll eventually come to English. And then boom, we're shutting down the server. Yeah. Um oh my goodness. One moment. Thank you so much for the hydrate and stretch redeem fade. I'm stretching right now, bruh. You guys should hydrate with me too. Glug glug. Water. Water's good. I hope you're doing well. I think Fade, are you at the gym? If you are, I hope it's going well. Um Try to think of what I'm forgetting. Where were we? There's something I wanted to say. Oh my goodness. Okay. When I got into A3, Twilight Gunmen like just released. Like I was like really into it and then I saw that they posted like a new event and it was like Twilight Gunmen. And I vividly remember being like, I'm just not gonna download the JP version because I would just wait for Twilight Gunmen or like Cowboy Banli to be in English. Oh, it's raining again? No worries. I think it's better to stay home and cozy than to go out in the rain. 200 permanent comment boxes? Oh my god, I am so sorry that it all went down the drain. That's so awful. I fell asleep listening to stream and woke up just now. Oh, no worries. I hope you had a good sleep. And good morning. Okay, we talked about Oh, okay, it was called Midsummer Headliner. Um, I was so obsessed. Like, this is what I called Guilty Summer, but Midsummer Headliner, I'm so glad that it faded from my memory because it got to a point where, like, if I typed in M and MI, the first, my predictive text would literally be like Midsummer Headliner Banli. It was not good. Um, I'ma see if it pops up. Oh, never mind. The predictive isn't on. I went hard on the last event though. Oh, that's good. Which cards did you use your tokens on? Oh, September Birthday SP. That was the first birthday card. And when these cards came to English, I do have a bit of a funny story with this one. That was when I had like 150 premium tokens. I used them all, and you need 5 to do a single premium pull with the tokens. I can't do the math. I don't know how many 150 is. Actually, wait, I do. That's like 15. Take away the one or take away the 0, I think. My bad. If I'm wrong, like please keep it to yourself. No vaccinating. Oh my goodness, Lemon! Welcome in. I love you, Chloe. Happy Banley Day. Woo! We're celebrating a national holiday. I was just talking about the September birthday Banli. We're just going through all of his cards right now. And I'm talking about this dreadful one. I didn't get it, and I was doing single pulls, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. If he doesn't want to come home, I will get him in real life. And I bought like a badge of the exact card. I still have it. I bought it so I could just be satisfied with that. It was like $10 or something. Okay, no, it wasn't $10, but like there was like a store out maybe like an hour away, and I guess they didn't really sell like their A3 merch, but they had a lot of it. So I bought the Banley one specifically, and then it was like $9. But then when I came back, they like raised the price to 10, and they only raised Banley's price. And I was like, there is no way you are like character taxing Banley. Like, no one here even likes A3. Don't do this to me. Calling in sick for work. No, they should just give you work off because it's a national holiday. um oh, but at the end of the month, the very end of the month, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna solo YOLO. And if Bonley comes home, he comes home. If not, then fuck. But you know what? He actually came home in that one single pull. And it was like September 30th. I was so happy. Character taxing Banley by Lamau. No, the character tax is so real. And it just makes me so sick because it's like, okay, in Japan, I get it. Because Banley is a very popular guy domestically. I forgot to mention this earlier, but, oh my goodness, like, that one play character, Shinbashi, that was actually for like a mixed play, and it was the first mixed play. And the way that they chose the characters for these mixed plays, because usually they have the plays done by every troupe, it's like troupe specific, but it was their first mixed play. And the way that they chose these characters was like they did a poll, and they took the most popular character from every troupe and put them in one play. And Banley was like the most popular character of Autumn Troupe. But I feel like internationally, he is not popular at all. Like, I feel like he's pretty notorious. And he's got like a bad rep. I will talk about it later because I'm like a Banley defender forever. But yeah, internationally, I feel like Juza and Omi are really popular. It's like Juza, Omi, maybe Taichi, maybe Sakyo, Azami, and then Banli. But I feel like people have Banli as like a backup favorite, but like a lot of people will just like shit on him. I don't know. It's interesting. But sometimes like sad. I don't know. I'm very much like, okay, Banli needs to be in like your top 12 favorite characters. Like that's like the first half of like, because there's like 24 main characters, and if he's not in your top 12, I will genuinely give you the stink eye. I'll be like, why isn't he in your top 12? Like if I could choose, like I would make him in everyone's top 3, or like his number 1. Banli supremacy. Fallen blood, a bloodbath for real. Oh my goodness. I was literally wanting to rank it Fallen Blood, but then I realized how popular Juice was, and then I was like, no, that's not a good idea. Like some people were like ATMs, like rising to get the SSR within the first 24 hours. I feel like you have to save up so much. Any IRL friends I know who like A3 immediately zoom in on Omi. Oh my goodness, I agree. But for me, it's like Juza. I don't know why, but literally everyone and their mom just loves Juza. Like even just for first glance. Like sometimes I'll show like auto chat. I'll be like, "Oh, I love Banli so much," and then they'll be like, "Who's this guy though?" And then they don't even give like a shit about Banli, and they'll just immediately focus on Juza, and I'm like, oh, not another one. Hi, help. So true. Yeah, the first time someone hit 100 million, I can't even comprehend. Only supremacy. Yes, I know Peachy is like super omi oshi. So cute. I remember like I saw her put Omi on my timeline. Like I immediately DM'd Peachy like, oh my god. Wait, no, no, no. It wasn't Omi. It was actually, it was actually Banli. Like Peachy retweeted Banli fan art on the timeline. I was like, no way, Banri Settsu on my VTuber timeline, and I slid into her DMs. Chupa. Okay, Rian. Yes, you got it, Barry. Welcome back. How are you feeling? I hope better. Um, I'm trying to think. Well Suited Leopard was from Walk With Me, Talk With Me, right? That one was really cute. Um, I know I talked about Tales of Chivalry. I never got that card and I had to like buy it with the letters. I thought that was pretty sick. Um, the Black Santa card. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is like a secret, but like I'm not a fan of Christmas at all, and like don't ask me why. Like I really hate it when people are like, "Oh, why do you like Christmas?" or like, "Why are you such a Grinch?" But like, just not a fan. Okay, but I played the event anyways because I was like, I'm getting that Banli card. And at first I was like, okay, whatever, like Banli is Banli. But then like towards like the second half of the event, I was like, I need to bloom him. Just cause he looks so cute. Like, why would I miss out on like a smiling Banli, you know? And oh my goodness, when the event finished, I didn't make the cutout, like the cutoff. The events in English server were based on percentages of like the players who were playing, like participating in the event. And for me to have been able to bloom Banli to get like 2 copies, I had to be in like the 20%. I think it was 20%. And I ended up in the 20.1%. So I didn't make it. And I literally cried. I cried so hard. And I think Asa like remembers it because I made like a really, really big deal. Like it was like a Joker moment for real. I was so, so sad. I'm feeling hot still, but the AC is on now. Okay, that's good to hear. Hopefully, you won't be feeling so like super hot for long. No, yeah, I didn't think it would happen to me. I heard horror stories of that happening to other people, but yeah. Mixie's Joker arc for real. I've had several Joker arcs with Banli. It's like I'm not proud of it, but I do think it's like a little bit funny to look back on. I mean, but yeah, it's just part of the. It's just part of it. Trajectory of blooming. I never got it, but I love the balloons version so much. I love to like edit that one. Like I edit his arm out all the time, and I just use it for whatever I feel like. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. me when I me when I choke. Whoopsie. Um, I'm pretty sure if you Google Banri Setsu, you'll see like an edit I did of it like 2 years ago. I did like I had a birthday project. It flopped because I couldn't follow through. L, but it's like high on Google search. So every time I Google him and I see it, I cringe because I'm like, oh god, that's me. That's me. Um. Oh. Provocative mocha macaron. I have nothing to say other than the fact that I didn't get it, and I was banking on like a revival for it, but it came towards like the end, like right before that they were announcing that they were gonna terminate the English server. So never got it. I do have a badge for it though, like the balloons version, so I feel like that's okay. Um, I'm not particularly attached to it. Sorry to the One Day Princess fans, but I do like the unbloomed because it's silly. He's like a hot moment, like lip bite, finger gun, love it. He's silly. Um, so we've reached bullet of conviction, Banli. Um, See, I like to associate Ivan with Shiwi because it's like, oh my gosh, one of Shiwi's favorite Banlis. But he is one of my detested for a personal vendetta reason. I've never gotten this card. Like I've pulled in the gacha like 3 separate times. When I was like new to the JP saver, I pulled for it. When it came to English, I pulled for it. And like I didn't just like pull for it like once or twice. Like I did like several. Like I had hundreds and hundreds of gems. It was really bad. I didn't get Banli at all. And some crimes can never be forgiven. Moving on. Um Oh, okay, we reached the bridal card. Oh my goodness. June Bride Banli. See, this was the card, like this one up here, was actually the card that I saved up like over 1,000 gems for. I'm really bad at saving in-game currency for shit, but I made an exception for Bridal Banli. It was just really special to me for some reason because I was also really touched by the backstage story. It was very, very Yume fuel. And Banli was just very cute. So I really wanted it. And I blew all of those gems on Mankai Party. So right after that, I scrambled to get all the gems that I could. And I could only do one 10 pull. And I'm pretty sure this was like the first time I ever did a 10 pull and Banley came home on the first pull. Usually it takes like 3, 5 times, so like a lot. um, but yeah, he came home and then I saved up during the event and I pulled for him again and I was able to bloom him. I was really happy. I also think that was the first time I bloomed like a Banli SSR. So I really like it. Um Rinny Joker arc, it's true. Marriage real. No, you're right. Like don't tell me that you weren't also imagining your future with Banri Settsu because it was so cute. Okay, so the story of like June Bride Banli is basically they go to this I think wedding chapel because there was like a really popular drama on TV and the main character noticed like, oh my god, that's the one that they use in the drama, and they get mistaken as a couple, and Banli is like, let's just do it, play along, and he's so charming. Like it's just really really cute, and I think in the event himself he does like a mock proposal. Oh my goodness, I was just like floored. I don't even want to pull it up because I don't want to read the quote out loud. It's so heart fluttering. I don't even know what else to say. Um. Oh, I do know what else to say. Okay, so a long time ago, when I was really active on A3 Twitter, not like as a VTuber, but just as myself, um, I basically made this tweet. I was in my senior year of high school. That's long since passed, but I was in my senior year of high school, and I just made a joke because someone told me to take this bunny to prom, and I was like, okay, if this gets like this amount of shares and likes, whatever, I will make a life-size cutout of June Bride Banli, and I will take him to prom. And it met that goal within like the first couple of hours. So I was like, okay, well, a promise is a promise. So I was gonna do it, but then coincidentally, the year of my senior year was also the year that COVID started. Like the quarantine started, so I never actually got to do that. I didn't ever get prom, sniff sniff, but that's okay. just between you guys and me, I have like this like super duper like self-indulgent like when I was really sad like a couple of years ago, like sometimes I do, but not really. It's more so just like talking in headcanons, but like I feel like I haven't mentioned it either. So the people that don't know, like I'm a really, really big self shipper, especially with Banli. Um so I wrote like a whole like prom based like Banli fic, and I was gonna post it, but then I was like, no, like this is too personal. So I have my closure. Yeah. That's all I really have to say about it. The blue of a sky someday. That's the Uramote one. Uramote was my favorite play. I remember in my theater department, the director was like, "Oh, what is your favorite play?" And then I wrote like this big write up of Uramote, and I was like, "I don't even know if this counts, but I just want to tell you about it anyways." And she like ghosted me. Like she never talked to me about it again. And I was like, "That's okay," but I just wish that I saved like my Uramote write up because it was like in Google Forms or something. I don't know. I just love it. That one I had a really good experience with the gacha as well. I was really surprised because I was like, oh my goodness, I don't have that many gems, but I was determined to tier just because I really liked the event and the play. It was my favorite play. Um, oh my goodness. Okay, so I got him in the very first 10 pull, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep pulling because I want to get the Itoru card and I want to get the Misumi card. And I guess Banley got pissed off or something, so I didn't get those cards. I got more Banleys, and it was like the first Banley SSR that I fully bloomed. And I feel like he came home in the gacha out of spite because I wasn't asking for him. I was like, no, this is good. Like I got him, so I'm just gonna pull for someone else. And he was like, what? How dare you? I had to like buy them in the shop because I still needed them for the event. But yeah, so silly. Charismatic student president. People shit on Banli's fashion, but I feel like they don't talk about this one enough. But I will say, in defense of this card, I'm pretty sure it was for Mankai Apartment, and Mankai Apartment was like literally an AU. And in the AU, like all of the fashion was like pattern on pattern on pattern on pattern. So I feel like that was the point of it. Like it wasn't supposed to look good. Speaking of no, I'm not gonna say it. The Manzai teacher one, I actually think it's a cute card. Um, the snowboarder one is really cute. Journey of Blooming, I never got it, so I'm not saying shit about it. Sweet Addiction, I'm so sad we never got that either. Snuff out the light. Oh, okay, so another thing to add on to Banley's whole like, oh, I'm really superstitious, but I don't admit it shtick is that Banley was basically watching a lot of movies, I guess, with characters similar to Dust. And because there was so many bombs in the movies, after he had his movie marathon for character building, he got super paranoid and he basically turned the whole dorms into like a fit of paranoia because he was like, wait, like, oh my god, there could be a bomb, or like check under, like, I'm afraid there's gonna be a bomb. And it just made people get like nervous for no reason. And I don't know, like for such like a hardcore character, I felt like it was kind of cute to have like that moe side of him. um Mankai Encore, Another. Okay, I think Mankai Encore is actually the one Banli birthday card I've never gotten. Like out of the 5 years of Banli birthdays, I've never gotten it, and I don't think that's fair because I really like it, but it's whatever. Um, Wink Postman, I actually really recommend this one because it's got like a really cute backstage story. If you're into Banley kind of tapping into his past, the backstage story is that he goes to this family reunion, and in this family reunion, I'm so sorry, high school reunion, not high school. It was just like a middle school reunion or like some sort of school reunion, and they were kids. They wrote themselves a letter to their future selves to open, and Bonley just had like a really cute letter. It was kind of he kind of like looked back and he was like, "Man, this is stupid." It's just like I wrote this because I didn't know what to write, but I had to write something along the lines of like a career and stuff. But it really made him reflect on how he grew, and I just thought it was really cute. I do want to point out, I know I'm like breaking the order, but I need you guys to know something. We're looking at his full body. Here we fucking go. Okay, this one. Do you see this one with the suit? The green suit and the red tie with the polka dots. If you know, you know. Like, I'm like the number one defender of this suit. Like, I don't like to make a competition out of badly things, but I will with this because everybody hates the suit. Like it's like the world against this one Banley suit, and I just don't understand. Like I think it's cute. It's like a mushroom. I don't know. It's just cute, and it actually made its debut in the Wink Postman backstage story. He was like, "Oh, I want to dress formal because they haven't seen me in a while, and we're gonna be reunited with like our teacher too. I want to give like a good impression." And he literally wore it, and everyone was like, "Wow, Banley, you look so cool!" And even Yuki approved it. People make such mean jokes that like Yuki hates Banley's fashion, but like you don't understand. All of his looks are Yuki approved. And if you have a problem with Banley's looks, then I think you should take a step back and realize that you're wrong. End of story. Ignore the furry Banli, ignore the fursuit Banli. The fursuits, we're going back to the cards. I just really wanted to talk about the suit. It was really important, and I will talk about another very important experience about it later. What is it? A Banquet of Blooming. This card made me tear up because he's so blushy and cute. Gaze of the Taiko player. I was also in my senior year when this stuff was happening, and it's just so hard to believe it was so long ago. I vividly remember like I skipped my morning class. I was really, I guarantee like I probably had more absences than Banri Settsu because Banri was like a calculated skipper. I was just like a I'm gonna skip because I want to type of skipper. And I vividly remember I had A3 English and JP servers on my school Chromebook. I had a Chromebook, and it was only meant for school. But I just used it to play Ultimate Games on the Google Play Store and A3. And I remember getting that card, and I was like so happy because I was just chilling in like a student resources room. There was a couch, and I was just laying down on the couch, and I was like, "Oh my god, I got the family card." That's all. The one I didn't get though, Provocative Racer, I actually re-rolled twice for it, and I abandoned the Japanese account that I had. That I did a lot of Japanese server account abandoning, but I stick with my current one because we'll get into it later. But I never got Provocative Racer. And the funny thing, it's not funny at all, but the funny thing about Provocative Racer is that basically, um, basically, Banri was like extremely due for a gacha card. He was like 700 and something days or more due. And the official Mankai Company account leaked or teased a new event, and I was like, please, no Banri card. And what do you know? Like the next day, my friends are DMing me and they're like, oomph, and it's a Banri card. It sucked. Um, the Twinkling Mankai Gold's card is really cute. I called it Banbi because he looks like a bee, and the backstage story behind this is super duper cute. Like they actually it's like kind of like Power Rangers, so they make appearances for kids. I think they do like shows for kids, like stage shows. I don't know how to explain it, but they perform for kids, and they perform for kids, and basically the one of the characters, Taichi, has two younger siblings, and they have to stay at the dorms for a bit. And Taichi asked Banli to do a favor, and that favor ends up being to dress up and act as the Mankai Gold Ranger because his younger siblings are big fans of him. And it was just really cute. I think Banli's great with kids. Like he's so sweet and silly. Ah, we've hit Mankai Glitter. I want you guys to look at the suit of the Unbloomed because it is not the suit that I showed you guys, the mushroom core one, like Shui said. I want you guys to know that I had like an insane moment with Mankai Glitter that before that they showed the preview for it, I actually dreamt of the card. And most of my predictions were not correct, but to me, it was a nightmare because they changed the suit. Like I was literally like complaining about it on the timeline. I was like, I had a dream, like I had like a nightmare that they changed Banli's suit because of the backlash. And when the card preview dropped and I saw that they changed the suit, I was horrified. I had a breakdown. I was like, this can't be happening. I cannot believe they would change the suit. I was sick to my stomach. I was like, how could they do that to him? How could they do that to me? So foul. So foul. Mankai Glitter, let's go. Yes. Okay, and another fun fact is that I remember that me and Asa actually stayed up for this one, and like within the first hour or something, we already designed Mankai Glitter outfits for ourselves. And I also drew like a sketch mock-up of like an SSR for myself as if like it was like on the opposite side, and it was like really cute. Like I might actually draw that one day and then like stitch it together because I feel like that would be really cute, but it's so much work. Banbi, yes. Um Impulsive Move-In Day and like the Violent Gunshot one is actually for um A3 anime promotion. I totally flopped getting this and I was like really devastated because the Unbloomed version reminded me of the Bullet of Conviction, the Ivan card for Dead Undead. But I really liked the bloomed version with Olive Akigumi or Autumn Troop. This may not be obvious. This might be obvious. I don't know. But they're my favorite. That's so cute. Thank you. Oh my goodness, a refined dance. I really love this one. I really think Banri should wear his hair in a high ponytail. This one, uh, it was for an event, and I vividly remember that it was like New Year, right? And basically, what Banri did was his family, like his parents and his sister, went to Hawaii and they left him because Banri was like, no, it's okay, I'll pass. I really want to focus on like the troop work and school work. And I was like, damn, that is some real dedication if you're gonna miss out on a whole ass vacation with your family on New Year's at that. But yeah, very, very interesting. Promise of Blooming. I'm gonna be honest. Fuck this card. I know it's an anniversary card, but I literally got and bloomed every Autumn Troop member's Promise of Blooming card, but I didn't get a single copy of Banri's, so I try not to think of her. Fuck the gangster in the back alley card. This one, I did not even get a copy of. I was so upset, and I was like, please, anybody but Chikage. If you were at the beginning of the stream, you may have saw that during my premium token pulls. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. I just realized that I did my premium token pull math wrong. I'm so embarrassed and bad at math. Okay, whatever. I'm getting off topic, but this one where he's got the shaved ice and stuff, I just wanted one copy, man. I really wanted it. But, I pulled it a gacha. I did not get him. But the SSR was Chikage. And I got Chikage. Like, I think I still have, like, a TikTok up where I have, like, my voiceover on, and I'm like, no! And then I'm like, please, please, next one be Banri. And I did get Banri, but it was, like, his initial SR. And I was like, fuck. Well, like, that's Banri, alright. But it was, like, the wrong Banri. I should just start ignoring, like, the Banri cards I never got. Oh, actors Eden. Blech. Oh my goodness. I do want to point out that, like, his initial SSR was called Gamers Eden, but then it turned into Actors Eden, and I thought that was so cute. We're gonna move on from the spotlight ones. Walking skeleton. Very Y2K. Half a prisoner. No comment. I feel like I didn't talk about David, like the South Hill prison role, but oh, okay, I did. I think I talked about South Hill prison itself, but Banri's role in South Hill prison, like David, I know I would make fun of the name because I was like, oh my god, that's such a white name. I don't know. I really like the role because even though he was kind of like a subordinate, I feel like Banri plays subordinate characters a lot. You could tell like he really had a heart. Now I understand why like the actual card skill is like it's like family oriented or like family it was just something about like really valuing family. And even though David is kind of like the right hand man of the guy who kind of like runs the prison, or like not run the prison, but he's kind of like the top dog of the prison, and no one goes against them, like they're the boss. David is actually pretty, like he's a little playful, but you can tell that he actually like cares a lot And he talked about how he really wanted to like not be in prison because he really wanted to see his dad, who was unfortunately hospitalized. But yeah, what I really love about South Hill Prison is that I feel like with Akigubi plays or like Autumn Troop plays, there's a very distinct good and evil, or like here are the protagonists, here are the antagonists, or here are the bad people. But in South Hill Prison, no one ends up being like a real villain, and they all part ways pretty well. I feel like there was just like a lot of closure despite the conflicts. It was really amazing. Actors Eden holds it up gently. Yes, I know. Shui has a soft spot for this card. Very cute. Oh, I will say that Actress Eden was one of the only Banley cards that, or Banley SSRs that I got to fully bloom as well. So I, I know I was really touched. Oh, and if you see the flower there, that was the one that I got a tattoo of. I forgot to include it in the presentation, but it's okay. Oh, we're approaching Guide Your Destiny. Oh no no no. Okay, so one fateful day, my friend's Key texted me. And, you know, Key is really awesome. I love texting my friends and I love talking to Key. And I was like, oh my gosh, maybe Key has something cool to show. And they're like, new Banley card. And I was like, fuck. And it was the Guide Your Destiny one. The thing about Guide Your Destiny is that it was a limited gacha. Like a limited few days only gacha, like 3 or 4 days tops. And there was a pity, but it was like a really, really hard to reach pity. And I had already farmed a lot on my account, and it was literally just for birthday only. Oh my goodness. It was just so, so difficult. I grinded like nonstop for 3 days. But I lost like my free to play gacha game card collecting, whatever the fuck. I lost my like gacha card game free to play virginity on this card because I couldn't make the pity just free to play. I had to go on a sketchy site and buy an iTunes gift card, a Japanese iTunes gift card. And mind you, I was already using my friend Estrella's Japanese Apple ID. And it only accepted certain cards. So what I did is that I PayPal'd, or not PayPal, I just sent my friend Key the exact amount that I needed to pay for the the iTunes gift card, and then I borrowed her credit card. And I did that to like hit the pity and get the Banley card. And I don't know how or why, but I ended up like getting 2 of them. So I was able to bloom him, but you know, at the cost of $40. So $40 and like 3 non-stop days of grinding. Yippee! I think I got Brilliance of Blooming, which is good. I got Always on Target Easy on stream. I vividly remember being on stream with Jacob and Hal, and I streamed the pulls for y'all really quick, and we only did like 2 10 pulls, but we were able to get this Banley twice, so we bloomed him. And I remember that it was like really exciting for me, but I was on VC with Hal and Jacob, who didn't know what was going on. I wasn't streaming my screen to them either, and there was a delay on Twitch. So when I was like, oh my god, they would just kind of be like, oh, yay, yippee, like we're saying yay now, but like they didn't know what the context was. This is so funny. I remember that stream. Yippee! Oh my gosh, I remember it too. I remember you being there, Asa. So fun. Charming Wink Live, I remember being devastated to seeing Banli as like the SSR. I was like, this is not fair. Like, I already can't go to Blooming Live because I don't live in Japan, but you make him the SSR, but I take it back because I was able to get him. So, it's okay. Yeah. A Glamorous World, that's the new June Bride Banli, and I was like, wow, that is so very fitting because he's pink and cute and I love him. um, I did not rank hard enough in the event though, so I never got to bloom him, but that's okay. I think Cake Cupcake is a little out of date because I feel like there have been more cards since then, but it's okay. Um, we could talk about like miscellaneous Banlis. Like, I know I showed some full bodies. I scroll fast. I really don't want to see Banli feet. Oh, I really like Leopard Banli, but in defense of like this one slight abomination, like the one with the leopard print button up and the snapback to the side, clutch and skinny jeans, and yeah. I know everyone hated on that, but no one knew the context and it frustrated me so much. So this is for his Mankai glitter card, and the backstage story is that to celebrate Banli's birthday, Autumn Troop and the director go on an outing, and basically what they do is they all choose a piece of clothing for Banli, and it ends up with this mess. And I think it's pretty cute. I like it, but like everybody hates it, and they're like, "Oh my God, Banli's like so horrible at fashion." And I just don't think that's true. And people's anger towards Banli is misplaced because half of y'all saying that this fit sucks, like your man's is literally responsible for like the number one crime in this fit, which is like the button up leopard print top. And yes, like Juza Hyodo himself chose that top, and Banli was so mad at this top in particular that he used his birthday wish. Like for Mankai Glitter, they kind of got like wishes like temporarily to come true from their sun sign. Like he's Virgo. So he got like a wish from Virgo, and he was like, please fucking do something about like Kyoto's fashion sense. It sucks. And so the wish is temporarily granted because as per the wish, Juza basically gives him like an actually nice top, but then again it's temporary, so he doesn't have the top forever. I thought you were talking about the one on the top, right? No, no. Okay, so that furry re that you guys are making fun of, not the Banley feet. No. Leopard print pattern. Where else have I seen that? No comment. The one at the top right, like, is for an it was for an April Fool's event. It was like they were all animals, and it was like an animal kingdom, and he was a leopard. It was pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie. Um, how did top right happen? Okay, I think I just explained it. So there's like a stream delay, so it's okay. Um, but yeah, let me know if you need any further clarification. It doesn't really go deeper than it was an April Fool's event, and they were all animals. So if you check every character, they actually have like a furry, like a fursona, if you will. You sure it was an April Fool's show? Are you implying that Banley is like a real furry? No comment. Anyways, yeah. There's another April Fool's one. It was like, oh, this one. Okay, the one with like the fur. Mankai Host Club. No, I accidentally opened VS Code. It was like Mankai Host Club. It was the one at the same row as like the Bunny Banli, where he's got like the fluff on the blazer. His whole shtick as a host, their host selves were kind of like based on like their core personalities, and I want you guys to know that as a host, Banli was really popular because he was like his patrons, they would just kind of like relax with him and they would tell him about their lives, and he was like really considerate and sensitive about their feelings. Like he was kind of like, hey, like, did you get enough sleep? Or like, oh, like you took, like, you're taking less shifts, right? Like they're overworking you at that job. Like he pays attention to his customers and like what's going on with them. And I think it kind of relates to how he actually is, because he's a pretty good listener and he cares about other people. Like, I know it was, and I guess kind of, he's grown out of it. Like, he's grown more compassionate, but definitely at the beginning, I feel like it was harder for him to really be compassionate, especially because he didn't. Oh my god, I need to scroll down. The Bonley feet reel. um, the rabbit scares you. No, Barry, I promise it's so cute. And I actually have like a plushy keychain of the rabbit where it's like not like a suit, but it's basically like the character itself, and it's just like this chunky rabbit, like a chubby bunny, and it's so cute. I was looking for it for such a long time because it was like really expensive and hard to come by, but I found it at a really good price. Um, just ignore the fact that the sprite with Banli in his regular clothes and then the bunny hat, he actually, this was for basically when he jumped some kids to rescue the rookie. Good for him. Gonna chase Barry with rabbit costume. Oh, poor Barry. Stay safe. Oh, the one on top of Bunny Banley, the one where he's holding a bag. That's Have a Great Trip Banley. I really love that look. I think it's very cute, and it was when they went to like I think a foreign country, and it seemed like a lot like France, but don't mind me. Asa actually bought me like a standee for that, so if I travel, I know I took it on Hawaii, but I like to bring it for travel because it's really small and cute. And yeah, I feel like that's about it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, we have some. These are from like the blog, and I remember when these came out. It's so cute. Um. Oh, this one's my favorite. Like the most recent one where they're holding these matcha drinks. I think it's really cute. This one, there's a lot of misconceptions about this one. Like, I feel like when it comes to Banli, no offense, but people just like all the reading comprehension goes out of the window. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, like I can't believe like Juza took a picture of Banli." Like Juza explicitly says that he was upset that Banli won their shaved ice making competition, and he couldn't understand why he, like Juza himself, lost, even though his snow cone or like his shaved ice was basically more syrup than shaved ice. It was like syrup with a little bit of ice. I don't know. He's silly. He really loves his sweets. And he was like forced to include it. He was like, fuck this guy. But yeah. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, hold up. I'll take us over to our just chatting screen. But maybe. I know me and Asa talked about like having like a little guest appearance. So if she's still okay with doing that, I'd love to have her on. But in the meantime, um, I guess I will talk about my Banley opinions because I do really feel like he's very mischaracterized and used as a punching bag by like a good portion of the fandom. I think people use him as like a token bad boy when he's really not. And in my opinion, I just don't think anyone in Mankai is meant to fill in like that, oh, like he's like really bad and mean type of role. Because like I know Banley has like some exceptions and like he's pretty mean to like certain people, and by certain people I just mean Juza, but I just don't think it's fair to like reduce him to like a fuck boy, meanie, like the way people go about him is just kind of like sad because he's really sweet. Juza the ultimate gap moe. I agree. He's so epic. I just um I don't know. I feel like when people talk about Bonley, it's very narrow-minded. They like to use him as like a punching bag, and they like to make fun of him. But I feel like if you pay attention to how he kind of acts in the story, like sure, he's made some questionable decisions in the past, especially, but like I think he's a pretty serious person too. I feel like people forget that he's one of the first people to be like, "Huh, what the fuck?" If someone has like a crazy idea, or he's like, "No, I'm not gonna do that." Quick question: what would a banh mi taste like? I think it would taste delicious. Maybe a little bit bitter. He likes bitter stuff, so or maybe a little zesty. He also likes citrus fruits too. Oh my goodness, Asa said she would join me. Um, but yeah, I also feel like people kind of take this whole self-assuredness as like a negative thing. Um, I just don't think there's anything inherently wrong with being confident in yourself and knowing the extent of your abilities, which I feel like that's where Banli's at. And he knows what he's capable of and he just voices it as more of like a fact, not to brag. Just kind of like, hey, like I can do this. Um I feel like it's a way to like prove himself or like be considered as like someone who you can depend on. And he's not really trying to intentionally put people down, like sans Juza, of course. But even with Juza, like he's getting better at it. He's moving past being like he's no. I was gonna say he's moving past their feud, but I think as long as they're like rivals and stuff, it'll always be kind of there. Um, and I mean, it does kind of happen. He might make people feel inferior, even like without intending to. And it makes sense if someone really like excels and they're not even trying to. But I don't know, like he doesn't also like gatekeep his knowledge. Like I feel like he's one of the first people to jump and like be like, hey, like I can teach you, or like if you're having a hard time, like I'll help you, or like I'll teach you how to do it. Hello, Delphi. Welcome in. I've never seen this model of yours. It's super cute. Thank you. So it's a little bit of it's a more personal model. Like it's literally just myself, like VTubing aside. It's like showing myself without turning on the face cam. So yeah, like I feel like if I do more streams where I talk about interests and stuff. And I definitely use it as a bit of an excuse to like talk about Banli because I do like to talk about my interests sometimes, separating from like a character that I want to play as. So, F to Myxie. It's not about her today. Delphi not saying happy Banli Day? Cancel him. True, Delphi, isn't there something you want to say? I'm happy to see you here though. Happy Banli Day. I'm sorry, class. You should be. Just kidding. We love Delphi in this class. Okie dokie. I'm gonna hop in the VC. I'll take you guys to my stage. Yippee! Let me see if Asa can pop in. You know, the last time me and Asa had like a stream together was like our Hot or Not stream. That was all the way back in June. And we basically played this game that we made up. And we made a PowerPoint as well. And oh my goodness, hi! Is Asa talking? Oh, okay, I'll unmute on Discord as well.
My god, is that me?
It is you! You're so tiny. I can share my stage just a little bit.
I'm plushie sized.
You are. You should. Oh my gosh, can you turn into a plushie for me, please? Please, please.
I'd have to go into my reactive. Hold on.
Yes, do it. Oh, wait. I won't be able to pull it up. Never mind, I'm stupid.
Oh.
This is your Discord one, so it's okay.
Oh, it's okay. Next time.
Next time. Oh my god, it's Asa.
Hi, guys.
Wait, I need to make you bigger. What the fudge? Okay, there we go.
Oh my god, we're sharing your stage. I'm so
Yeah.
honored.
I was just talking about how, like, the last time we had a stream together, we were playing Hot or Not, and we made a PowerPoint presentation. And it was it was so fun. And we basically had like a bunch of our favorite characters, but they were sorted into categories, and we kind of pitched them, and we had a poll at the end of every section. So it was like, okay, who wins? But it was like a Hot or Not battle royale. So we took all of the poll winners and then we pit them together, and yeah, it was really fun.
Can I be honest?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so mad that Juza lost to Carlos Big Time Rush.
Carlos Big Time Rush. Yeah.
Carlos
Carlos Big Time Rush was like a surprise competitor. And Juza, it was like a literal Juza sweep, but then Carlos happened. So
how we're calling him Carlos Big Time Rush.
Yeah, because
so that's his title.
We only acknowledge fictional Carlos BTR. So
Carlos.
yeah. Okay, there we go.
I remember that lemon, so true.
I'm so glad you
It's so
remember it.
funny.
Yeah, I think I did upload the VOD onto like my VOD archive, but it's like private.
Yes,
I made it like members only.
Oh.
Yeah.
Exclusivity.
It is. It's so fun. Like, it's so fun to watch though. Like, it's just such a fun thing. Like, we should do more like that. But
I know.
anyways, I know you had something to say, Asa. What would you like to share with the class?
Oh my god. Okay, so before I met Rini,
Yes, that's me.
yes, I actually didn't like Banri that much. But after meeting Rini, it was like a new Banri perspective.
Banri perspective.
It was like yippee! It was like my eyes were opened, and I was like, it went from I don't really like this guy to okay, he's not that bad to okay, yeah, he's pretty cool, and now it's yippee!
Yeah. Now he's in your mind rent free.
Dude, I remember the first time that Banri just lived in my mind rent-free, and I told Rini, and I was like, Rini, what are you making me do? You're making me think of Banri by my own free will. funny. He just started living in my brain, and I just remember like running to Mixie or Rinny and just
Mm-hmm.
saying like, "Rinny, what have you done to me?"
That's so funny.
Imagining Aces in a confessional saying this. No, for real. Because if you guys don't know, my favorite character is Juza Hyodo, and Banri is such a little stinker. Like, he's such a little stinker to Juza, so I didn't really like him that much. And I didn't understand Banri because, I read the story obviously,
Mm-hmm.
but it was still kind of like surface level interpretations because at the time when we first met, A3 wasn't like A3EN wasn't out for a super long time, I remember. So the story was still updating, and like especially with the event story specifically, and a lot of most of the character development happens in like the main plays. There's still like some things that you miss from not reading the event plays, like the side stories, especially with like
100%.
especially with like Banri because
Twilight
um
Gunman. I have never seen
yes.
anyone read Twilight Gunman. Like I remember like when people were talking about it, everyone was like, I didn't know this existed, or like I've never read this in my life. And it just made me so sad because I was like, you guys are like super duper missing out because that was such like a good, it was like Banli centric
Yeah, exactly.
and no one read it and I was so sad.
If you were a Juza enjoyer, you were a Banri hater at the start, just Peachy says.
You
And
know
that's
what?
true. I mean, Rinny is picture perfect proof.
That's actually so true because like I know I said like Tai Chi was my number one favorite, but literally I was like a Tai Chi like enthusiast and like a Juza enjoyer, and I just like I didn't like the idea of someone being mean to Juza. I was like, why? Literally, what for? But
Juza is so perfect. He's my little scrunkly
I
dunky
will
wrinkly
admit,
bubbly.
so true. I will admit that I really thought Bonley was cute, and then like I read his description and I was like, what is wrong with him? But it's okay because I learned what was wrong with him, and you know what? Yeah, yippee! In this house, we defend Banri Setsu.
Banri Settsu Protection Squad.
Yes, ride or
Yeah,
die.
so.
Another
So,
thing is
yes.
that I remember we would do like the A3 character sorter here and there, and
Yeah.
I made you do it, and Bonley was not in your top 12, and I was like, why?
He wasn't
And
even
you were
close,
just
if
like,
I'm honest.
like, nah, nah, like and you were like literally like, he's okay, I guess. And I was like, that's not enough. Like, he needs to be higher. Like, why would you do that to me? Oh, good night, Barry.
Good night.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much.
staying.
Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out and happy Banner Day.
Happy Bunny Day.
Take care, sleep well, and I hope it gets cooler because I know it's really hot for you.
Oh my god. 87 degrees right now.
Too much.
Too much.
Jesus just trying to eat his spoonful of sugar and Bonley gives him the stink eye. No, for real. Like their fights, I swear, they get out of hand sometimes.
For no reason.
Okay, can we talk about how like some of the stuff Bonley does to Juza is like just straight up
So
awful. Like
mean.
it's like it's a canon fact that Bonley literally like they share a room. So Bonley is a really light sleeper and Juza is the exact opposite. Like Juza is like a heavy sleeper, massive snorer, and Bonley wakes up like so easily. And Bonley gets so like annoyed. Like sometimes he'll be like mature and he'll go share like a room with Tenma and Yuki, whatever. But most of the time he is not mature and he will like punch or kick Juza in his sleep, like shut up. And he will like I'm like horrified, like thinking back. Like I spent like 2 hours defending this man, and now I'm like thinking of like what he's done, and it's like,
Hmm.
this is like a health violation. Like this is a hazard. Like he would like basically Juza has like a secret sweet stash, and basically Banli takes stuff from that and just like force feeds Juza these sweets in his sleep, like not even caring that he could choke to death. Like it's like
Lovely Juza.
he could literally choke to death, and Banli would be like, a night without snoring. Like
I can't stand this guy.
I wish I was exaggerating.
I wish you were too. We've gone through Banri's rights. Time to talk about his wrong. He's a 10, but he tries to kill Juza Hyodo in his sleep.
It's so fun. It's not funny at all, but
God,
that's horrible.
I also wanted to mention a while ago, Delphi said Neo be like, I can make him worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are partners in crime for a reason.
Yeah. So sorry, guys. At least I admit to it. It's like okay, so
At least you don't
what
hurt Juza.
okay, that's true. Like to me, like I totally see Juza as like a brother. Like he's amazing. But love like I highly recommend like yumeing with A3. Like it's genuinely like so fun. But
So fulfilling.
what is it? Okay, like a an unspoken Banrin dynamic that like I don't bring up most of the time, but it's there. It's like Banli, I feel like is the type to be like, oh, I can fix them, but I'm like, I'll make him worse.
Yes.
Yes.
So funny.
So silly.
I just can't believe I went from a Banri disliker to a Banri enjoyer.
As you
This is your
should.
impact.
I think everyone should go down this pipeline. Like I want everyone who watches this stream, like live or VOD, to walk away a Banli enjoyer. And I think we should listen to a song.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A song?
Yeah. Asa knows, but basically, like, we hop into VC, and then I'll be like, can I play a song? She'll be like, yeah, sure, of course. And then
immediately remember, wait, there's only one song. There's only one song that Vinny will play.
yes.
It
We
haunts my
should
dreams.
we should talk about it, though. The super ultra easy mode to the Ray Portrait pipeline. He went from being like, yeah, super ultra easy mode, I don't give a shit, life is a breeze, and then his follow-up solo song is like, oh my god, I finally I understand the struggles of people. It's great. You're gonna get matching
Oh, God.
friendship bracelets, and the bracelets in questions are gonna be handcuffs. Oh, where have I heard that before? He's a silly little dude. His voice actor and stage play actor both being gorgeous pisses me off, though. Oh my gosh. I know, right? They're so... Okay, I genuinely think that, like, Mizue Kenta is, like, the most, like, handsomest individual in the entire planet. So congrats to him. Because, when am I wrong?
I remember there was one time when you edited that picture.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Like,
It was so
I have it. Like, I literally have it. Like, I wonder if I should dox. Like, maybe I should do it for like a second. Like, I'm genuinely like so proud of it. Like, it looks so real.
If you're gonna put it in a VOD though, it might be like
Maybe I should like just crop out my face because I have the picture.
yeah, put a sticker over it.
Exactly. Okay, actually,
Yeah,
I need
that
to.
picture was so funny.
I genuinely like worked so hard like photoshopping it. Like I pride myself in the legitness.
'Cause
It's
I
real.
remember, yeah, when you showed me that picture, you're like, that should be me in there, and I was like, why isn't it you in there?
So I made it me.
Yeah.
Da-
So funny.
Happy birthday, Banli! For my birthday gift, I'll dox myself. Yippee! Okay, but in the meantime, like I have to find this and I have to crop it because it's like I have the picture. My problem is finding it. I do be having like 20,000 photos and stuff.
Yippee!
Oh my gosh, and that whole thing. There was like a meme that went around a few years back. I'm looking through my pictures and there was like a meme where it was like, okay, people I made my own version and it was like people who like Juza and it was like a picture of Juza and then like very very tiny text and a whole lot of it. And then it was like in comparison people who like Banli and it was literally just like Banli and it just said I hate him. And I felt like that was really accurate cuz like Juza's stands are so like passionate and stuff. And they have so much to say about him.
A tangent. A Juzent.
Do your own stream. No, it's okay.
Yes, exactly. It's okay.
Choose
I
a
told
stream
you. This is
when.
Banri Day today.
So true. I mean, at least, Juice Day is coming up.
I know.
Oh, sorry, I put it on infinite loop.
927 Slay.
Slayage. Oh, let's listen to Muse.
Yippee.
I love Muse. It might be like a little quiet. I'll turn it up because this is a fucking banger. Oh my god, stop. I found my like Joker arc with like the it's not an ugly suit, but like I call it the ugly suit because everyone calls it the ugly suit. But like the mushroom one, yeah. I literally posted like a black and white picture of it and I was like mourning the loss of this suit. Like I was so like distraught over it. I can't even express.
Yeah.
Why can't I find this picture? Yes.
This is my brain.
Good. It belongs in there.
Banri Day.
Banri Day. Oh yeah, I finally got I shipped some Banli stuff home. I got some stuff for me and Shui, and I'm most excited for this one Banli plushie I've looking for ages. And it's, if you remember those walk with me, talk with me bunny, the bunny pajamas, they're basically like the really fuzzy ones, the full suit. It's just like a plushy Banli like that, and it's so cute. I got it for like 20 bucks, and they usually go for like 60 bucks or more. Like in Canadian currency, I was so surprised.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was like when I found giant Juzo Manju for like
Yeah.
was it like $40?
Mhm.
That's crazy. I was like, oh my god, that's a steal.
You also got my my big Banli Omaju for like about the same price. Yeah. It's so fun. Why can't I find this? I found the photo where I drew like my own Mankai glitter outfit though. That's epic. What's not epic is not finding this photo. I don't know why I'm so eager to dox myself, but it's genuinely because the Photoshop is so...
It's so clean. It's perfect.
It is. I'm gonna go on like my Yume account because I know it's there somewhere. I'm committed. Like I don't want to quit. What a good song. Ah, yes, only a few thousand tweets to scroll through. $17?
Whoa.
Sorry, 17. You had your own stream.
Not this time.
Not this time. Oh my gosh, okay, another song I feel like we deserve to listen to. I'll turn my music down just in case it's too loud, but Growing Pain, this is one of my favorite A3 songs. Oh my gosh, shout out to Delphi. I know Delphi is a Itaru Stani.
Oh man, it's midnight.
Oh, it's
Poggy Woggy.
midnight, Poggy
Oh my
Woggy.
god, happy Banri!
A Banri Day real in our time zone in PST. Yippee! We made it. Oh my god, we're like 6 minutes late. It's okay. I'm so close. I can feel it. I will literally like dox myself and leave.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah, we'll be like, okay, enough, and then we can like raid or something. Delphi is the one that has to pay the popular. Oh yeah, the universal one. That's tough.
I remember when I bought the A3 wedding kuji and I got an Itaru and I was like, oh my fucking god, this is like
You're really
bargaining
good though at
Yeah.
getting like popular characters. Like you got Itaru, but you also got Masumi.
Yes, and my proxy person was able to trade for my Juza ring with the Masumi one. The thing is that like I could have stopped when I got the Itaru ring, but I gave it to my friend because she had given up on even trying to look for it because she was like, oh, it's a Kuji and like it's Itaru and it's only in JP, so there's no way I can get it. So when I pulled it and I was like, hey, you're the first person I wanted to ask, like, do you want this? And she's like, oh my fucking god, yes I do.
That's so sweet. Asa's
Wedding
very
Gucci.
generous.
No, it's
Wedding Gucci. Happy Banri Day. That's so funny. Okay, I just want to say, like, I'm working so hard. Like, I literally saw this picture of my Banri plushie holding one of those, like, supreme money guns. Like, I don't even know what else to say. Like, how did I find that before? Like, and I want to say that I took that picture at an arcade. It was, like, at a restricted section. Like, it was like, oh, like, you have to be a member to pay. And I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm not taking pictures of myself. I'm taking pictures of my plushie. Like... The things I do for Banri Settsu. Oh my goodness, I forgot to say, like, I made an Instagram account just to post, like, my Banri pictures. A true Banri fan account. Cause, like, I always had dedicated Yume ones, but oh my goodness. Just having, like, a Banri posting account. I think I have like the most Banri photos. Like I don't really have much else. I think I take pictures of my Banri merch more than I take pictures of myself.
Neat. Oh my god, the amount of food pics that I send to Rini of just my Juza plushies enjoying like boba and stuff or like a cake. And fun fact, I don't like sweet things, but I do it for Juza.
It's so funny. Like I appreciate the dedication. And then Asa today was like, should I get California rolls like for
For Bunny.
Bunny? Oh my god, I found like Banri in my like coding project. I'm like really deep diving. Banri in a maid dress. I think we're getting closer. I can feel it.
He's there.
I found like this Prince Banri giant. Oh, okay. Oopsie, I sniffle. I got the runny nose. Yeah, I like ended up getting really sick again. Or it's like probably just the sniffles. I don't know. Oh my goodness, I'm like really deep. I'm around like the Banli earrings. Asa, you should talk about the earrings.
Oh my god. Okay, so like a long time ago, I think like maybe a year ago, I found this amazing jewelry artist who makes like handmade pieces out of resin. So I found them because they made Genshin stuff, and it showed up on my TL. And I sent them a message like, "Hey, I really love your pieces. Do you think it would be possible for me to commission earrings based off of my favorite character?" And they're like, "Yeah, of course. Like we could talk out some designs and stuff and see what works." So I got custom-made spider lily earrings that are asymmetrical because I love asymmetry, as you can tell by Asa.
Yes.
And
I found it.
Oh,
Sorry,
I
yes.
also commissioned two little cosmos. They're so cute.
Yeah, so we have like matching earrings that are based on Banli and Juice's flower. I'm so happy about them. Exactly. Okay, so I found the picture. I just need to put like an emoji over my face. So it's not the ultimate dogs. Yippee!
I can hear your nails, your Banri nails tapping on the screen.
Tippy tap.
I can't get over the fact that they thought I said wedding coochie.
Oh.
It's wedding coochie. Fun fact, I actually still have the ring that I got from that coochie for like Juice's ring. And I wear it on a necklace, like a promise ring.
I think that's so cute. That was my idea, right?
I think yes, because I was like, oh yeah, my fingers, they do not fit my fingers, because it's a very like one size kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we were talking about like other ways to wear it, because I mean like I can't wear it like as a ring, so I will wrap and like this, like yippee,
Yippee. I'm so glad you ended up getting it.
Coochie, that's what's up.
Love is love.
Love.
Love wins. Okay, I wonder if I can just like drag and drop into OBS. Oh my god, I can! Okay, so I found a bonus because it was like our 666th day anniversary, and I copied his bowling card because I went bowling. I thought it was funny. This is the one that I photoshopped, like the square one. I'm so proud of this one. Like, it was just like a random stage play picture that they posted, and I was like, that should be me. So I edited like a photo of myself, and thank you. I'm glad you think it looks too real because I worked so hard on it. I was like, this has to look real because I deserve it.
Can I just point out that Rinny and Banri have such cool styles?
Thank you.
Yippee! They match.
Oh yeah. I have like an alternate outfit, and it's literally just meant for like when I commission yume art and stuff.
Who sees this?
I hope he sees this. I'll cry.
Oh, Banri Settsu.
Setsu Birthday. I can't believe it.
Byron, real for real.
Oh, thanks. Okay, we hit 3 hours. That's so crazy. The left photo. Okay, the funny thing is that Acer actually took the photo of me. So I actually feel so bad because I'm pretty sure it was like on Acern's birthday too, if I remember correctly. But then I was like, hey, can you take pictures of me? What can I say?
Oh my god, the left photo.
Yeah. I'm forever proud of it. Yeah. My hair is gone through transformations.
The progression of Rin.
Exactly. Okay, this stream actually went on for way longer than I thought it would be. I'm so happy that y'all joined me. I see Leaf fans online. I don't think I've been able to read her in a very long time. So,
So exciting.
yeah. I'm heading to bed. Oh, no problem. Perfect timing.
Super
Happy
fun.
Banley Day! I'm really glad you got to
Banley
drop
Day.
by too. I know it's, I think, a little bit later for you too. Thank you so much, everybody. Yippee!
Happy Banri Day.
Happy Banley Day! I hope you please treat yourself to some California rolls. It's
In
his
his name, in his
favorite.
honor.
Yeah, or some coffee. He gets it like really bitter and black. And he uses freaking special coffee beans that he hides. Yeah. He's a coffee snob, but he's like very passionate about it, so I can't be mad. We
So
love Banley rights, but most importantly, we love Banley wrongs.
Yippee!
Yippee! Okay, I'll start the raid, and then we can also I'll send in the raid message. Drink some soy milk for the soy boy. Okay, Peachy, I love you, but I love you. I love Banley, but I'm gonna have to draw the line at soy milk.
Would you rather drink black coffee over soy milk?
I would. Anyways, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Happy Banley Day. I'll see you
Happy
in Leaf
Banley
Fence stream, okay? Good night. And oh, Asa, our next stream is together too, right? This Saturday?
Yes, on Saturday.
Okay, so look out for that, guys. It'll probably start around the same time as this one started, so.
Yeah.
See you then. Help me. Okay. I can't I know I said I was never wrong, but sometimes I'm just not right either, okay? So. Yippee! Bye-bye. Okay.
Bye.
Into the sanctuary we go. And then I'll end the stream here. Yippee! We love Banley. We love Banley. Say it.
Banri.
Yay!